Night cues impact our own markets. We have a research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Well, it's going to be all about our own markets today, Sudarshan. So tell us, what is the setup looking like today?
Morning, Sona. Well, the cues from global markets are not as bad as we had anticipated or suggested by the move in our market. US indices have seen a minor drop up to 0.5% following the revised GDP data for December quarter coming in at 3.2% against earlier print of 3.3%. But more than equities, it's the crypto market which is hotting up. The surge in cryptos has continued with Bitcoin crossing the level of $62,000 and is now less than 9% away from the record high. Onto our market, we witnessed a week close with falls seen across the board, which led to frontier indices seeing a fall in the range of 1 to 2% and losing more than ₹6 lakh crore in market capitalization. Both Nifty and Midcap Index saw 90% of their constituents closing in the red, and the major drags for Nifty were Reliance Industries, IndusInd Bank, BPCL and ICICI Bank. One sector where the recent moves over the last few days clearly indicate weakness is PSU. On Tuesday, except BHEL, all the constituents of Nifty PSU index saw closed in the red, and the fall was more in oil and gas space where there was a fresh brokerage downgrade. But if you look at delivery data of a select PSU companies, on your screen you can see 4 PSU names with delivery value of February 28 against the average of last 1 week. What it indicates, it tells you that there are many who are likely using current dips to buy into these stocks. In institutional activities, FI sold shares of ₹1,900 crore and of almost the same amount was bought by DIIs. GIFT Nifty is indicating a flat to positive start. In major Qs was keep an eye on Reliance Industries and TV18 on Disney deal. And for NSE Regi, keep an eye on Shriram Finance, UPL and Geofin. On macro data front, we have India GDP for Q3. CNBC-TV18 poll is of 6.7% growth year on year. US core PC for January will be released. Estimate is of 2.8% year on year, and initial jobless claims estimate is of an addition of nearly 2.1 lakh.
Okay, all right. So that is all about the market setup today. Let's talk about all the stocks that will be in focus. Upasana is joining us now. Hey, Upasana.
Hey, good morning. First up is Reliance Industries. The company enters into a joint venture with Disney for a transaction value of almost 70,352 crores. Reliance Industries will invest 11,500 crores in the JV. Next up is PB Fintech. IRDAI grants composite insurance broking license to Policy Bazaar. That's the reason the stock will be in focus. Next up is Oil India. The board to consider second interim dividend for FY24 on 8th of March. Next up is ICICI Securities. SEBI has issued administrative warning to the company. That's the reason the stock will be in focus. Next up is Punjab and Sindh Bank, the company to raise 2,000 crore via QIP or any other mode is what they have said yesterday evening. Next up is Venus Pipes. The company has announced a capex of almost 175 crores for the next phase of growth, and the company is likely to foray into the fitting business. Next up is BHEL and Coal India. They have entered into a JV to set up ammonium nitrate plant. And lastly, NSE announces rejig of Nifty equity indices effective from March 28th. NSE says that the Shriram Finance will be included in the Nifty 50 and UPL will be excluded from Nifty 50. That's the reason these two stocks will be in focus today.
Okay, all right. Those are all the stocks that will be on our radar. Let me go across to Nigel joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Hey, Nigel.
Well, morning, Sonal. It's been a good series actually for the bulls, but let's see who can get on top on the final day of this series. For yesterday, the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, both of them were battling with the 20 DMA, and the Nifty, well, it managed to hold around those levels, while the Nifty Bank mildly breached that level by the time we did wind up, though it did put in a bit of a fight. What have the FIs done in this series so far? Well, the short positioning has come down by close to around a third. And we just take a look at it, just take a look at the bounce we've seen on the Nifty. Even after this recent 250-point correction that we've seen from the top, we have a 500-point rally still, that we are sitting on 600-point rally to be precise in this series. Yesterday, what happened was the bears came back in style. 22,200 call, 22,300 call, 22,100 call. All of them did see a fair bit of action. And there were signs of writing out there, an aggressive writing. So on this final day of the series, the bears believe you've had a good series, bulls, but we are going to protect our turf, and we won't let you get past this 22,250 to around 23,000 mark. Support levels, what are we looking at? The 20 and the 50 DMA, that's in the vicinity of around 21,700 to around 21,900. The Nifty Bank support levels as well should come up for you on the screen. As I mentioned In yesterday's trading session, the Nifty Bank went ahead and breached the 20 DMA. Now, if it goes a little bit lower, the next reference points that we're looking at is around the 100 DMA. In terms of stocks that I'm looking at, Shriram Finance, I'll be tracking that stock that's been short built up for the next series, and now it's made its way into the Nifty. So that one could come in for a bit of a short covering bounce even today. Back to you.
Okay, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead. Time for a short break now.